Reading keyboard input, numeric data, using the scanner class. The following program computes x squared plus 2x plus 1. I create a variable x and I've assigned the value 4. Then I compute result equals that polynomial. I compute the polynomial and store it in result. I compile the program and the result will display for the value x is 4. Well, what happens if I want to see what happens if x is 5? Well, I've got to go in the code. I've got to change x to be 5, compile the program again, and run the program. We should not have to recompile our program every time we want to change the data it processes. We would like to enter data interactively as the program runs. For instance, we want to say enter a value for x. Allow us to type in any value we want. We can type in 4, and the result is 25 will be displayed. If we run the program again, enter a value for x, we can enter in a new value such as 5, and the result will be 36 to be displayed. So without compiling the program again, we can just run it again and enter in different value. The Java application programming interface comes with a lot of different classes that we can use. The class that we're going to use is the scanner class. It is found in the java.util package. It contains several methods to read in data, including nextInt and nextDouble. Each method waits for the user to press enter before it returns a value. So here are the steps you need to remember to allow reading input in your program. 1. You need to import the scanner class. So at the top of your program, before the class begins, we're going to include an import statement. Import java.util.scanner. Scanner is the class. Remember, it begins with a capital S, and it's in the package java.util. This will enable us to be able to use the methods in the scanner class. Then in our main, we're going to create a scanner object that's connected to system.in. In this statement, we have scanner keyboard equals new scanner system.in. Actually, we could have named that object keyboard anything that we wanted. We could have named the scanner object anything that we wanted to. In this instance, we've just chosen keyboard. In our book, most of the examples will say keyboard. But remember, you can be any name that you want. Then, whenever you get ready to read data, you use one of the scanner methods. In the first statement, I say number equals keyboard.nextInt. I'm reading a whole number, nextInt. And I'm going to store that in a variable I've already declared called number. So keyboard, whatever object I've declared, .nextInt. In the second example, I'm not even storing the data. I'm just going to automatically just print out whatever the user entered in. Keyboard.nextDouble. It reads in a double value. And then whatever value that is, I'm going to print it out. Okay, so let's modify our program to read in data from the keyboard. I come up to the top and I'm going to say import java.util.scanner. I'm importing scanner class. Okay, that's what I need to do. And then also I need to create a scanner object that I can use to connect with system.in. I create a scanner as my data type, and I'm going to name it I'm going to name it KB equals new scanner system.in. Okay, and wherever I want to store the data that the user entered in, I'm just going to say kb.next. In this instance, I'm reading in a double. One thing I need to do here is that I need to prompt the user to let them know that I'm expecting a value, for them to enter in a value. So I say system.out.print, enter a value for x. If I don't prompt them to enter in a value, they won't know what to do. It's just wait for me to press enter. Okay, so I have read in a value, and I say KB, whatever object name that I've chosen, dot next double. It will wait for a double, and then it will store that in X. Now let's run my program. Compile. And now I run the code. Run. Enter a value for X. I enter in 4, and it says 25. I run again. Enter value for X. I say 5. It gives me 36. I run again. Enter in a value for X. I enter 6. So it shows you that I don't have to go back and keep recompiling the code over again. I'm interactively entering in values, and then I'm processing the results.